Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, and welcome along to League of Europe. Welcome along to the beautiful Division 3. Welcome along to Season 8, of course, here at round number 10. Then the Hungary, the population of over 9.5 million people, that's an area of 93,000 kilometres. The first race behind the Iron Curtain, and what's going to be an entertaining evening of action for me and my lovely co-commentator, because we're not only doing this, we're then going to do some racing and presumably die a most painful death, because I like when that happens. But of course, if you don't know, we're at the Hungary Ring. Of course, 9 to the right, 8 to the left of this 14 corner circuit. So I don't exactly know how that works, to be fair. Though somehow it's called T12 and T12A, so some questionable incidents happen in terms of my track map. But, like Mefson before, I'm joined by the lovely, beautiful Jess. Say hello, Jess.
Good evening, Liam. Good evening, everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing well this fine Saturday evening. I'd just like to say, by the way, a big thanks to Old School and RJ for filling in for both of us last week. I was away on holiday with a couple of some league racing friends. We went to Glasgow for a few days, and then we went to Larkhill Circuit and did some karting. It was lovely. And then we had Liam, that his voice was not a 100%. So yeah, thank you to those guys, much appreciated. But yeah, Hungary is a circuit. It's basically a circuit I like to call Monaco, but without the barriers, because it is really hard to overtake, and qualifying, I think, tonight is going to be even more crucial than most tracks on the calendar. But it's a track that I like commentating on, so it should be a good one. 19 drivers today, we're missing one, don't know who, but we got our championship leader, Chris, who's on 147 points. So Chris had a very good race last week, but he won last week with Cam, who was second in the championship. He's P2 on the road last week, so good results from both of them last week. But let's see how they could do this week. Luckily, we got a dry session in qualifying, which is always good news, isn't it?
Yep, drive race as well, it sounds like. So we're going to have an entertaining action, of course. First car out on circuit, that is, of course, the the Ferrari. If you don't want to know, by the way, I'm still ill, slightly. I've still got my evil cough that keeps coming up. So you get used to that for the next 10 years until it disappears, because COVID cough just lasts forever. Point proof. We got
on cue.
On cue, it's like Target. It's like a Target now. I can control the cough, but it controls me half the time. And we're just looking at the first car on circuit. That is Mr. Pastor Jasper. Last week, of course, where did he finish? He did not start last week. So 0 points in Australia. Race before that, 18 points. His highest result of the season. A second position, of course. This title very much opening up low, 147 to 115 points, of course. 4 license points for Chris, total 13 so far from Cap. That's not the highest, because the highest is Abode, who went able last week. Is Abode with us today? I'm wondering, looking at my lovely thing. No, he's gone able again, potentially. He's got 35 points, so he's been a bit naughty. But here we are then. First lap around the Hungary Ring as well. 2.722. Margie chuck it down in towards turn number 1. Down into 4th gear. Sometimes take it in 3rd. Depends really on the driving style as well, except off turn 1 into really this little turn 2 complex then, but really it's turn 1 still, then into what I will keep calling turn number 2. Long left hand, you can see very easily the car running out wide into this corner as well. Turn 3 up to 4. This is one of those corners, bravery, you can make overtakes around the outside. Very risky and very easy to, well,
invalidated.
To be perfectly honest, going wide through there. So let's have a look then. Who else have we got currently coming on lap? So you know what? I'll go on board with the Alpine, because that's the one that ironically I went to. Now Alpine haven't had a very good season with me. I cursed them last week, was not saying anything. I was in the chat saying how are the Alpines, and they died. So as long as Melty doesn't die, we're going to be good. So Melty's taking it very cautiously all of a sudden. So maybe he knows he's got his other Alpine up the road as well. So the Alpines are not too far away from each other. That's one of them coming through the last corner. But here's Melty coming through 8 into 9. This corner coming up here. Exeter 10 into 11. This is the one that is being monitored for track limits. So don't go wide there, otherwise you might get yourself in a spot of bother. As I look back and see Williams going off the circuit there, but he was getting out of the way. Melty's coming into the pit lane as Mick goes up to provisional pole position. MCR alongside him as well. 4 attempts back. I will not be surprised to see Melty. No, he's staying out there. Been a little it looks like for Melty. I don't think this is going to be challenging the top 5-6 positions. Well, he's going to be in 5th because it's the only driver outside, well, in the top 5 that's set a lap so far. But not for long, because coming up to the line is going to be someone starting their lap time. Behind them, we've got the Williams pair. We've got Harry up to the line right now in a very slow lap. I think he dropped it actually in the last couple of corners, so that might be why. As I look down to see, there's Ghost. We've got one of the Mercedes and an Alfa Romeo. That might be why it's YY crossing the line right now. Indeed it is. Goes up to 3rd. The Mercedes crosses the line. That must be a Ryan. Goes up to 7th. And here comes the McLaren up to 10th position. His teammate, championship leader. That's the one I'm looking at. Purple Sector 1. You want to be very careful going out wide here. Very easy to do that as he drops it round at 360 degrees and gets it back going in a straight line. So there's 2 so far for me in qualifying. A very easy thing to do, this circuit, dropping it, as I've proved twice now. Can these drivers stop proving my points?
Yeah, exactly. Well, to be fair, I remember in a league race a couple of years ago where I spun, I think, 5 or 6 times. It's not a circuit that goes particularly well for me anyway, so I have the deepest of sympathies for all the drivers, but I think Chris will be going into the pits very soon, as will a lot of these people. So, we got Mick on pole at the moment, Matty in P2, YHYY in P3, Aledi in P4, MCR in P5, Maverick doing a good job at the moment in P6, time separated by a few tenths between 4th and 7th position, so that's pretty good. We've got Ryan B in 7th with a 1:17.0, then we got Matt Tibbles with a 1:17.3, Cam with a 1:17.5, Melty with a 1:17.8, as well as Major, a few 100 separating the pair of them. Then we got Ghost, Harry F setting an unrepresentative lap time, same with Chris, but at least they got some lap times on the board. Marty then, on an out lap. He is, I believe, a full-time driver in the Red Bull now. So he's in many cars. We cursed him quite a lot in the Alpine recently this season. So hopefully we won't curse him a lot in the Red Bull. But we will have to see. What?
On a second lap there, we got Chris pushing Gedman. So he did a in and he's gone for a banker. I think, though, he's going to run out of fuel. So I expect him in the pit then. But we did just set Purple Sector 1. So what do I know of what he's doing so far? He's got a red flashy light. He's got no ERS. So he's definitely coming in the pit lane. So never mind on that one. But like I said, yeah, Marty. Oh, wow. Never mind.
That's commentator's curse number 3 for us.
Hey, but
we're not doing very well, are we, with commentators' curses? But Chris is Purple Sector 2. So he is pushing, but saying that, he'll probably go into the pits right now. No, he's not going into the pits. That's good. He's finishing. So I think this could be pole position, unless he bins it in the final sector. This is not pole position, so the final sector was not good for him. A 1:16.5, a 3:10 separating himself and Mick there. So he's going to go into the pits very soon. We've got Melty on an outlap, same with Ryan Belshaw, and then Pastor Jasper on an outlap as well. Matty has just come out of the pit, same with Nick. So we'll see some more competitive lap times, more representative lap times filter throughout the session with 11 minutes to go, of course, as well. Still a long season ahead, don't forget. We've got Hungary this week, and we've got Baku next week, which is going to be very entertaining to commentate. I always like commentating Baku, but I always hate racing it, so next week's going to be fun. Then we got Belgium the following week, then we got Austria, Spain, Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. That's going to be interesting. It always hit and miss for me for Saudi Arabia, but fun to commentate. Then we got Brazil, which I love, both commentating and racing. It's a fun track to battle with. And Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi's the final sprint race on the 26th of November. So we got 1, 2, 3, including tonight, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tracks to go of this calendar, and plenty of chances for people to still be in this championship fight. A lot of traffic, by the way, heading through the first set with Melty there as well. So he's got an Alfa Romeo behind him as well, but we'll see what Melty can do on his lap time as well. We've got both the McLarens. One is about to go into the pit, and one just about to start off his lap, with Ghost currently in 14th at the moment. I'm kind of glad it's a dry session, because I raced around here when it was wet and it was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it's very easy and very hard in the wet. Meanwhile, Melty, he's currently on a good lap so far. He's say green first sector then. So let's see, as long as you don't go and drop it through here. Melty! Melty! Why do this to me? Melty! Bad! He's dropped it. Okay, well, never mind. Why did these Alpines don't like me. Right, okay, well, never mind that. So Melty's dropped it as well. So, an incident has happened for poor Melty so far. Well, Matt Tibos is on a lap as well in the other Alpine, so as long as he doesn't go and drop it, Mick goes again fastest in his lap time then. So he was the first car to set a lap run. Now I'm looking to see who's next up. We've got Alpha Tauri, we've got Alfa Romeo. Is that why he's why? Well, someone's in the last corner. Who's that?
That was Major.
Maverick.
That might be
Maverick.
Oh, it's Maverick actually that lost it. Okay.
He does the second time he's done that. He did that earlier on in that last corner. Chill's coming for the last couple of corners right now. Matt Tibos has
Don't bin
gone
it.
off.
Oh, he binned it. Oh, for goodness sake.
He's gone off before we even said it. So he went off.
What is it with Alpines? Well, to be fair, I commentated on the race earlier. The Alpine finished on the podium, so...
Yes, I raced in a race in an Alpine and got on the podium. So they put me in an Alpine. I keep cursing them. However, I cursed my teammate, though I got a podium from it. So there we go. Happy days. Let's see who is going to be on a lap time that I can't curse. Ryan B.
MCR.
Not pushing MCR. Where is he coming into the
third.
back end of the
Fourth
circuit?
now. Fourth now. Good lap time.
Yeah, it is a good lap time. Cam in the pit lane. Major up on his lap time. A couple of thousand subs. As long as he doesn't drop it through this corner, which he doesn't. He likes a caution for that corner because I've seen many cars drop it there. As here goes Major through into the last two corners. Traffic on the inside. That is the Alpine there getting out of the way. As let's see Major last corner. Now, once upon a time I commented on a race around here. It was last season. Someone crashed into that pit wall coming into the pit lane. I remember very well.
That was Division 4,
Major.
wasn't it?
It was Division 4. Major goes up into P10. Matt Tibos there going for another lap. So don't like seeing that. And Ramsam on a lap time. Never mind. He's not on a lap time because he's dropped it. Okay. Is that 6? That might be 6 right now. Don't beat yet. Go on. Power on. There we go. He's good. So things haven't gone too well. Jasper is, well, off the circuit.
That's 7.
Chill is coming into the pit lane. We're good. We got MCI. Is he going?
No, he's on his in lap. He's going into the pits, yeah.
You can see who's on a lap. We've got Letty not pushing. We've got Chris on a lap time right now. This is kind of the one we want to be looking at. Chris, the championship leader, made one mistake so far in qualifying. Doesn't want to make another one. He really needs to just kind of hook this up because he is pretty much the quickest driver here. Didn't use any ARS last lap time and he put it on nearly pole position. So as long as he keeps it in the track limits, you would imagine it should be pole for him. Don't go too wide on the curb, which he stays just about on there as he comes in to turn 6 and 7. That looked pretty smooth for then into 8, then down into 5th. No, it stays in 5th there for this corner. Just a 5th through this whole complex already. Bit twitchy on the rear end, but it's all good. This is the corner which has caught many a car at turn 11 here. He keeps it absolutely pinned pretty much to the floor. A slight hesitation on the exit. It now comes into the last real couple of corners. Not really any opportunity to drop it through here, to be fair, unless you do something catastrophic into the last corner. Or hit that on the inside, that little lip on this game. Pretty hard to do. Then into the last corner. Not really setting purple sector times. Like, as we know, 2 greens sometimes make a purple up to the line. And the answer is, it is a purple then. So there we go. Why, what, some 50-100ths of a second to his rival as well, who's going for 2 push laps, then 2 warm-up laps then, so he'll be pushing on this next one, Mecklin, so 2 out, really, then you go for your big push. Something we see quite often in real life, and we're starting to see it a bit more in league racing, get those tyre temperatures up to the right temperature. You want to be careful as well, just you don't overdo these tyres, which is very easy to do.
Yes, because we see people spin it in many places, and on this game, you can't just expect to, once you spin, to go full throttle and full pace straight away. You've got to basically cool down your tyres straight away, and when you come out of the pits, maybe for your next stop, you've got to warm up your tyres. So, the tyre model is a bit more harder to get used to on this year's game as Jasper comes across the line in P1. We got Matty up to the line now for his run, P7 for him. And Mick is on his next run. I think he'll be the only one to set a run for the time being as he has passed turn 5 and heading towards turn 6 and 7. That's a hard chicane to get right. I always get it wrong usually as well and lose a lot of time because I usually go too deep. as we head towards the corner. Well, we're not going through the corner yet. We're keeping an eye on. This is the corner. We're keeping an eye on track limits here today, and Mick keeps it on the right line, so that's all good. Heading towards the final part of the first part of sector 3, then the final part of the lap. He's got to do enough to beat his teammate. Your first goal in life in a season is to beat your teammate. So P3 for him is something that he doesn't want to be in. But a Ferrari 1-3, I will say, is pretty decent. But it's a Ferrari 1-2 now with Mick in P2. Ryan Belshaw is starting his run at the moment. He's running out of fuel though. So, oh no, he's fine. It's just a glitch. Okay, it's all good. So he's gonna start his run then in the number 2 car. We'll see if he can go higher than P14 on the grid.
Yeah, let's see then as he comes out of 2 down into real 3, though I keep calling it 2 because it really is turn 2 on this circuit. That's a little bit audacious on the curb there. He gets away with it. Those are those curbs on this game. You can ride sometimes on this game without getting away with it. Don't ride the curb on this one, though, because you will normally die the most painful death. Gets away with it again, though. So he's definitely running a bit risky. He comes out of here nice and gentle, bit squirrely, though, into the chicane. Very easy to overshoot and get a little bit wrong here, but he's absolutely hooked that one up to perfection. Now into 7, 8, 9. Into turn 9 right now, then it's into 10 again, a little bit squirrely on the rear end here, but what's the sector split going to be as he rides over the crest? 2 months over the crest though, and that'll happen. So another car to drop it through that corner. They don't like having fun through that corner. There you can see the decimated tyre of a poor man who dropped there in the past. And I think we've just got a few people coming in the pit lane. Ghost on an outlap. We've got Melty on an outlap. He'll be the first car to get around. Has Ryan spun it again? I think he has spun it again. So Ryan having a bit of trouble there. Spins it once and he'll have the car, have enough of him. Cam's still in the pit lane as well, not going out for another lap. But, well, first up,
we've got Mercedes out.
On the laps. We've got a Mercedes out.
Mercedes out, going out.
Both Mercs then. So Matty and Ryan be the first on lap time. We're just waiting on Melty with the next car to set a lap time. So whilst we look at the Alpine, which I've cursed once this afternoon already, of the one of 7 people this qualifying that has had terrible luck with me. Melty hoping for redemption right now, hoping to get a nice
lap. You said it now, Liam. You said it now.
No. I have trusted Melty. As long as you don't... Oh, God, the amount of traffic coming out of the pit. Like, I have less trust in Melty finishing this lap. So, as long as he doesn't smash into a rear of a car, which I presume they'll get out the way. Well, I hope so.
He even put in chat that he wants us to leave as D3 commentators because the amount of times we cursed him.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be fair. We have cursed the Alpines a lot. But, I mean, I love Melty. He's such a nice bloke. And
don't say anything more!
He might not like me after this season, but as long as he does not drop it again, it'll be fine. So he's on the corner, into the next one here, up into 5. He's just taking it nice and cautiously here. Melty! Oh. Right! You know what? I'm going to look at Cam, because Cam doesn't drop it. No, well, he has actually.
I swear we're not doing well with Alpines again. I'm so sorry, Melty. I'm so sorry.
No. So, if things haven't gone well, we got Maverick through the last corner. He's made the last corner this time around. 5-minute 45 lap time, by the way. 5-minute 46. Then he began. That's 1-minute 16 apparently now. So I don't know. And down into turn number 1.
That's Melty spun again.
Yeah, Melty. I think Melty's given up.
Melty is giving up on life at the moment, and Matt Tibos is about there on his outrun, but let's not follow the Alpines for the time being because they'll probably murder us at this moment in time, but we don't have long to go until the end of qualifying, so we will keep an eye on people on their runs. We have got, Aston Martin on that first. We've got MCR, there we go. MCR, he's leaving it a bit early to set his lap, but he's going to get it done anyway as he heads towards the final corner. Very easy to have a little bit of understeer, so you've got to get your setup extremely right as he comes across the line. P4. Harry F has retired from the session. We've got a Ferrari up to the line. That is Mick's about to start his run. We've got a McLaren about to start his final run as well because he did not improve, unfortunately. We got a AlphaTauri up to the line, 1:16.2, he's about 6/10 quicker than his previous best, and we'll see if he can improve. He's got plenty of ERS to go again if he wants to. We've got a Letty up to the line and that was P4 for him, but again, he has time to go again. We got Matty up to the line as well. He's the first man to cross the line, and he's not going to set any more lap times. P4, Ryan B, P9, he comes across the line, and Liam, I'll let you cover the rest of qualifying.
Yeah, Cam then made a mistake already in this lap time, but he is 2 and a bit tenths up on his time, but it isn't looking pretty promising for Cam then. If he can get into the top 10, his Jasper again goes faster, 15.7. So he's really setting these timing screens up there. Y8YY across the line in second. Across the line it comes. Well, that's the Ramsam, then stays at pretty much plumb dead last. Up to the line here comes Cam, goes up to 13th. Behind him, Matt Tibos to the line. 2.5 tenths up on his lap time. Goes up to 13th. Behind him, we have got the Aston Martin. That might be MCR across the line then. Where can he go? Stays there. What about Mick? Can he get on the front row? Yes, he does. Chris in the pit lane has bailed out a lady. We've also got the AlphaTauri of Chill. He's a couple of thousandths up on his lap, so I might nick 7th. Nick's 5th in the end then, so big improvement for him. A lady crossing the line soon. We've got Maverick, who's finished lap time. A lady, I think the
Ryan
next
Belshaw
car...
came across the line in P10.
Yeah, he comes across the line in P10. A lady, as long as he gets these last 2 corners, he's coming in the pit lane.
Major's retired as well. So that is it for qualifying, Liam. Hasta Jasper on pole, Mick in second. Technically a Ferrari 1-2-3 because we got Ferrari 1-2 in terms of the works team. And then we got Alfa Romeo in third. So there we go. I think the Ferrari bosses and engine suppliers will be very happy with that.
Yeah, we are going to get a lobby restart, apparently. We have word that Jasper has had a quali ban from last week. I believe. I'm looking at here. Has he got a quali ban? I think he has.
So you'll have to start at the back of the grid then, and you'll get severely penalised, I think, for it.
I'm pretty certain that is what I did see. Yeah, well, I'm guessing that is because Chills has put passport. Okay, well, there we go. So, Jasper being very naughty.
Naughty boy. So, yes. So, we're going to have to wait a while, and that might mean we don't have any interviews tonight. But we will see, hopefully. So, Jasper won't be on pole. So it'll be Mick on pole position, then YHYY, then Chris, Jill, Matty, Aledi, MCR, Ryan B, Ryan Belshaw, and Maverick are your top 10. And we got Harry F in 11th, Major 12th, Matt Tibbles 13th, Cam 14th, Ghost 15th, Melty 16th, Naranzam 17th, Marty 18th, and then Jasper, naughty boy, will be starting at the back of the grid.
Yeah, well, I mean, a mistake there, and, well, that is unfortunate.
I don't know why he would forget that. Personally, I don't really get why you forget something simple as a quali ban. But we're gonna get a lobby restart sorted. They'll have to get custom grid sorted and all that as well. So we are gonna leave the session before the lobby starts to die a bit. So hopefully all the drivers get the message, and well, hopefully they'll see me lead the lobby as a sign that actually, yeah, we need a lobby
Everyone's
restart.
left the lobby, Jess.
Everyone's left the lobby. It's all good. Okay, so we're all good then.
Whilst we wait for a little bit, let's go through some interesting facts then about Hungary. Now, unlike, of course, in France, the last time I commentated on, sales, I've not seen anything about them having to have a license to go on a train. So at least we're gone to that department. But let's go through it, of course. And fact number 1, they have won the most Olympic medals of any country. 405 Olympia medals, of course. That, of course, the most. And as well as this, Hungary was banned from the Olympic Games in 1920. And, of course, didn't skip the 1984 Olympic Games as well. So despite missing 2 Olympics, still the most of all countries, of course, it is considered rude to clink your beer glasses. That, of course, is doing the cheers thing. It's you might get yourself told off that. The Hungarian language is truly unique. Do you know why, Jess?
I don't have a clue.
It has 44 letters. The most, I think, well, any European country as well, of course. They are cowboys as well, of course. They are called, I don't even want to try and pronounce that. Chicos. I'm going to say Chicos. If you're Hungarian, please don't attack me. I apologize. I can't speak languages as well. Hungary is one of the oldest known countries in in Europe. The only other one's older, of course, being the United Kingdom as well. So the UK still has that one or something. Hungary has one of the most surprising inventions: the ballpoint pen. Thermographic cameras, digital computing, the first functional helicopter, and more importantly, the greatest invention of them all, the Rubik's Cube, Jess, invented in Hungary.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool. I love that fact. I love Rubik's Cubes, even though I'm not good at it. But yeah, that is an interesting fact. I like that fact. That's something that will probably stick with me to the end of time at the moment. So me and Liam are both waiting for invites to the lobby. So hopefully. Speaking of that, we've got invites.
We've got it. The Vatican Lake is the largest lake in Central Europe. How large is it? I don't know. It's not telling me as well. But, of course, in terms of the Hungaroring, first race behind the Iron Curtain, hosting a race back in 1986. The very much statistically greatest driver of the Hungaroring. Lewis Hamilton winning in 07, 09, 2012, 13, 16, 18, 19, and 2020 as well. He is the giant leader in terms of the most victories at one particular circuit. Only other driver to have done that, Michael Schumacher, many times. So in terms of who's the second driver on this list of the most successful driver, that is Michael Schumacher as well. 4 wins around here, 94, 98, 02 and 04. Third being Ayrton Senna, and joint for the second winners, of course, Sebastian Vettel, Button, Hakkinen, Villeneuve, Hill, and another Brazilian I don't want to mention, but he did win the first 2 races as well. McLaren, the most successful driver, most successful constructors here, winning a grand total of many times: 98 and 1, 92, 99, 2000, 2005, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 12. Of course, with Williams and Ferrari behind, of course, Mercedes, unsurprisingly, the most successful constructors around here as well. Winning many races, you must say, during their years. Many different drivers have won their first Grand Prix here as well. Most famously, of course, being Jenson Button, his first victory in Formula 1 in 2006. Heikki Kovalainen won his first victory here in 2008. Of course, Ocon won here, last couple of years ago now.
Last year, you mean, Liam?
Yeah, last year. Fernando Alonso won his first Grand Prix here as well in the Renault back then.
Damon Hill, 93.
Yeah, Damon Hill as well. So many drivers. Damon Hill almost won here as well in 1997. Had his engine not decided to yeet himself out of existence, but finished second on that day after nearly killing Jack Villeneuve. But we'll ignore that because we love Damon Hill very much. Of course, Michael Schumacher equalised Alain Prost's record at the time of 51 Grand Prix victories. Something which kind of seems a little bit distant right now, figuring the most successful drivers are over 100 now. Right now, Lewis Hamilton, I think he's on 100 and something. I can't quite remember. He's got so blurred how many victories he's got. It'll probably come to me again in the end. But we've got a race on our hand in just a few moments. Time here for the Hungarian Grand Prix, the most Western European race, I believe, at the Hungaroring. I think maybe Azerbaijan might be slightly more eastwards. That's the one. Eastward, not westward. That's got confusing. If we're going westwards, I guess it's might be Portimao, actually. Oh yeah, I reckon it would be Portimao, the most western.
Can we have Portimao in the calendar next season, please, Valerie?
Yes, give us Portimao. Yes, I agree on that one. But before we get carried away and wondering on many things as well, that we'll get ready to go in just a few moments' time. And well, as well, the title not going to be decided here tonight. It has been decided once in Formula 1 history around this circuit. That being Nigel Mansell, 1992 world champion, of course, before taking 93 off to do IndyCar. The only driver to hold the Formula 1 and IndyCar title at the same time, which he did because, of course, IndyCar finished before the Formula 1 season title was wrapped up. So, by technicality, holding the highest Formula titles in the same time. But hopefully, Jess, we can get ready to go soon because I'm running out of things to blabble on about.
Yeah. Well, Chill is just setting up the grid for the race because it is going to be a race restart. And since the forecast was meant to be dry, that's why it's set to clear for those of you that are wondering. So, yeah, luckily, I've not run short of any facts. Luckily, the drivers, I think, are going to be readying up soon. But I've got some facts to talk to you about. So, yes, we all remember Nigel Mansell and Michael Schumacher were the only drivers to have claimed a world title in Hungary. Mansell took his... Yeah, Mansell took his only title in 92, while Schumacher took his fourth at the 2001 event. Ralf Schumacher's run of finishes in Hungary was the most impressive. He finished the race on all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix appearances. There were 2 century milestones around this track. Heikki Kovalainen became the 100th F1 driver to win a World Championship Grand Prix here in 2008. I've forgotten Kovalainen won an F1 race, actually. While Max Verstappen became the 100th driver to start from pole at the Grand Prix at the 2019 version of the event, and I believe that was his first pole position as well. McLaren have enjoyed more wins at the Hungarian Grand Prix than any other team, with 11. Hamilton holds the record for most poles at a track, having taken his 8th Hungarian Grand Prix pole in 2021. I'm trying to see what else I can read as well. Ferrari have been present at every Grand Prix since 1986, but it took until 1999 for both their cars to reach the finish line at the same race. So, yeah, they didn't do very well. Memorable moments. We talked about the miracle for Hill, that he was about to win, but he had hydraulic issues. Qualifying drama in 2007. Lewis Hamilton failed to let McLaren teammate Fernando Alonso on track. The Spaniard retaliated by tactically stopping in the McLaren pit box as Hamilton raced behind him. Alonso waited for long enough to prevent Hamilton from setting a lap time, thus ensuring pole would be his. It was Hamilton that was eventually awarded pole, as Alonso received a 5-place grid penalty for the incident. Tut tut. And then we saw Piquet overtaking Senna in 1986 around the outside of turn 1 on opposite lock. I don't know how they did that. And that was the inaugural Hungarian Grand Prix in 1986. Many consider this to be one of the best overtakes of all time. And, yeah, to be honest, Liam, I ran out of facts to say too. Because, yeah, I just said all of them.
Yeah. So we're just waiting then, as we're just waiting for Major, who is, well, doing things right now. Oh, God, Melty, don't... Oh, no.
No, we already know what he's doing. Oh, God. Right, okay, let's... Dwell on the fact as well. Let's go for our standings, actually, because we briefly talked about it, but not into too much detail. So, Chris is leading the way on 147 points, Cam in second on 115, Chill is third on 97, Mick is fourth on 83, with MCR as well on the same points, but Mick is fourth on countback due to having 2 race wins this season. Matty is sixth on 70 points, Pastor Jasper in seventh on 52, Abode, who's AWOL again for 2 races in a row on 51. He's no longer full-time. So that's his fault for becoming AWOL. And that's why Marty's in the Red Bull now full-time. He's 9th on 45 points. He got a race win in Imola. No, not Imola. Monza. That was it. That's where he got his first race win. And his first point as well on that race. Ryan B in 10th on 45 points. Aledi in 11th on 42. Ghost in 12th on 36, Harry F in 13th on 32, Ryan Belshaw in 14th on 30, YYY in 15th on 28 with Mr. Vouch on 28 as well, Matt Tibbles in 17th on 23, Major in 18th on 22, Nantram in 19th on 17, 20th is Melty on 14, then we've got Slayer on 9 points, Maverick on 5 points, and then we obviously got some reserves, basically all the reserves yet to score, with a few reserves going AWOL. And constructors, let me get that up. So McLaren are leading the way on 183 points, Red Bull in second on 141, Ferrari in third, 135, Mercedes in fourth on 125, Aston Martin in fifth on 125 as well, AlphaTauri in sixth on 102, Williams in seventh on 62, Alfa Romeo in eighth on 50, Alpine in 9th on 37, and Haas in last on 26. And has the host readied up yet? No, we're not readying up yet. We just gone through the standings. We just gone through the facts. Guys, people don't know that, but me and Liam have both got races next. So these guys have got to hurry up. There we go. We're readying up. That's good. We are about to get ready for 35 laps of Hungarian goodness. No interviews tonight, it looks like, because we're not going to have time otherwise. So, yeah, no interviews tonight, but we are ready to go as long as all the drivers ready up right now.
Yes, which we have. So we'll be getting ready.
Apart from two drivers.
Yes, but apart from those two, Maverick, who is doing something, he's the only driver yet to ready
there we go.
So there we go. Anyway, we'll get ready to go and get ready for rumbling, of course, around this 36 laps, I think.
35, I just said that, Liam. You weren't paying attention.
No, I wasn't paying it. I was too busy reading the chat. 35, 36, I mean, it's close enough. But to be fair, though, if we have a formation lap, it's 36 laps. So,
yeah, Liam.
Technically right, we'll be doing 36 laps of this race. Well, hopefully it's going to be a bit cut and close. If we get a few safety cars, I think me and Jess might not be doing 36 laps of commentating. We might have delaying Division 4 for us.
I will tell the Division 4 host, but they'll have to delay the race because the D4 commentator is in this lobby.
Yes, well, accident there. But yes, anyway, who is our? It's old school. No, wait, who? What? Hang on. Who's our D4 commentator again?
Maverick.
Oh, it's Maverick.
Yeah.
Okay, good to remember that one. So we don't curse Maverick then, got it.
I'm not sure if he's commentating tonight, but I don't know.
Don't know either, he might be.
Right, formation lap is on. Now, tyre strategy, Liam. It's an interesting one. Medium to hard or hard medium. Quite evenly spread. I think quite a lot of people will be starting on the hards. But there will be a few drivers starting on the mediums. 20 laps the mediums could last. 27 laps the hards could last. 11 laps on the softs. But you don't really be on the soft that long because the softs are absolutely awful around this track. So, we are about to get underway. Let me get the tyres up before I select the scene. So, tyres. I was wrong with majority of people would start on the hards. Majority of people are starting on the mediums, with exceptions for YHYY, who is in P2. He's on the hards. Same with Matt Tibos in P13. Nantram in 17th and Marty in P18. Everyone else is on the yellow striped medium tyres for today.
Yep, a lot of drivers on those mediums, quite a few on them, a couple, like you said, on the hards. We've got 2nd, 13th, 4th, 17th and 18th for 19 runners. One of them's doing some grass cutting. That's the Ferrari at the background. Just getting ready for his warm-up then. Preparation for turn number 1,
His
maybe,
naughty boy, Jasper.
And yeah, so they have Swip is already aware that we might be running a little bit late because I've already informed him, Jess. So not to worry, I'm on it already.
Thank you, Evo. You see, at least I have my co-com that also raced in the same division, so I don't have to do it myself. I can get my co-com to do it for me.
Am I the mate? Am I the co-com? Or are you the co-com? Are we both co-coms?
We're both. We're both, but you're the lead commentator for tonight because you did the intro.
Yes,
usually it's both. Usually I do the intro, but I was nice and I let him do the intro tonight.
Yes, so next week I'm probably doing the intro again.
He's doing the intro for the rest of the season. End of.
Oh, okay, there we go. I've been put on the spot. Never mind. Meanwhile, Mick for the last couple of corners, and he gets ready then here at the Hungary ring, 2.722 kilometers. Well, all of them finished the 2.722 kilometers of this circuit, of course. Like we said, 14 corners. Of course, if you're being imperial, that is 4.381 kilometers of this circuit. I always prefer using kilometers than miles half the time these days. But here we are then, first car on the grid. And let's see, where is his grid slot? Right there, under the start light. And it parks it up then on the left-hand side. YHYY doesn't park it on the start line. Anyone else going to be nice? I'm going to say we're going to get 5 people being naughty here today. Well, actually, we might get away with that. Never mind.
Two.
Only 2 so far. We might get third.
No, just a 2.
Only 2 then. Only 2 disqualifications then. Here we go then. Here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. The 3rd, the 4th. When it's off, look. but never stay, because here in Hungary, it's go, and it's a good start then. This time it looks like from Mick. A better start low from Chris, bolting through the middle like a camel out of the backline into the lead. And here in Hungary, down towards turn number 1. Are we all going to get it through correctly then? It looks like a few cars bunching up in the background, but it is going to be Chris leading. We've got one car around, that's an Aston Martin there going off the road there. I think another car going a little bit wide in the background, but everyone else skating through into the first couple of corners. Both the Red Bulls there slightly tripping up. YHYY, they're battling with Matty as they come through the exit of corners. Behind them there, another car there. There's the Aston Martin trying to go around the outside. There's contact, and that's the Williams off the road as well. Williams sent off. That is Ryan B as he tries to rejoin. More yellow flags, and I think a virtual safety car has been deployed.
Oh no, safety car. Safety car.
Full safety car has been
yellow
upgraded.
dot. We can see the yellow dot.
Major with no front wing. Anyone else looking like they've got damage as well, but certainly trouble for the Williams as well. That was Ryan B. I'm wondering if he's got some damage. Front wing gone on them on the Williams as well, but trouble for the pair of them at the start of the Hungarian Grand Prix. So easy to do, Jess, of course. Don't forget, unlike other places we commentate on, it's a not mandatory 2-stop. You can just stay out, of course, on these medium tyres, which you'd imagine quite a few of them would probably do right now. Of course, you're expecting to stretch them until around about lap 15. Then go on the set of hards, but sometimes you might try and pit slightly earlier. A bit of lag behind that is Chill up into second position, who has done the best start so far in this race. We can figure out where the thing is. Chill up 2, Chris up 2 as well. Mick and YH down 2 as well. Up 5 positions for an Aramsam. We'll lose out of this race. Aledi down 12, down 11 now. It's Pasper pits in then. Major and a few others in the pits as well. We got Major, Ryan, Aledi, and Jasper in the pit lane. All 4 of them getting new noses, it looks like, as well. On for a set of soft tyres for Jasper Len as well. So he's going aggressive, just going to have some fun to see what he can get out of this race. But yeah, so trouble up but down the back, Jess, but Chris getting the exact... No! Chris has spun it under the safety car. And, well, I was about to compliment him then and say he's got exactly the start he wanted to, and now he's caused a bit of a kerfuffle because he's got an illegal overtake. But he was leading this race. I was going to say he's had the perfect start, but that is no longer the perfect start because he's dropped it. So that is a major issue for poor Chris right there. Just got I don't know what happened there. It's looking the rear just came round.
Yeah, your championship leader as well, bottling it under the pressure, and that's commentator's curse number 7 or 8. We should stop cursing these drivers. It's unintentional, by the way, guys. Do not worry.
Oh, it's absolutely intentional.
No, it's unintentional from me. So, but there we go. It always seems to be when we commentate together that we do most of the cursing. When I do PSGL and any other league that I'm not commentating with you, I curse, but not as much as Eloise in the other league on Wednesday night. So,
as soon as I'm here, though, all pandemonium breaks. Now, I have just got word, by the way, Cam has not got his setup on. Now, last time, Jess, he didn't have a setup on.
He won the race.
So, Cam's got all the pressure on him right now because we've just put the giant pressure cooker on him. Can he win the Hungarian Grand Prix circuit, which I believe he's not always been too bad on from previous experience, especially seeing him race. I think he actually won it here once in another league, but had a penalty, so it didn't count.
I remember.
But apart from that, so he is accustomed to winning here. The question is, can he win here? Only one driver, by the way, staying where they started now, thanks to Chris's shenanigans of dropping. That is being Matty then, up in 5th position, down none, up none, though he did drop behind Chris earlier on before Chris spun, sad face. But it's not, well, I mean, he's still got a long race to go and he is leading the championship by quite a little bit, but you don't want to be bottling it in the wall, Jess, do you? Because your championship rival, which, to remind, by the way, is Cam, is actually right by down 15th. The next car behind is Chill. He's on 97 points, so he can pretty much afford to lose a race here if he DNF, but you don't want to do that, don't DNF. Keep going, you don't want a mistake, but that was just one of those little easy things to do. Only one driver with a penalty. That being 5 seconds for Maverick. Surprising he hasn't come into the safety car and get that served. But
if you near the back, I would do that. Like, if I was like Guys
do
at
it
the
now,
back that
though.
will do that. Safety car, you can't do that now because safety car is in this lap. So Chill has got to put his mind at rest, focus on the task at hand, to concentrate to lead the field away for this restart. He's got to time it perfectly, and he's already starting to bolting it quite early then. I think. No, he's not.
Should be going now.
I thought he was going to go. He's going for an ultimate corner. He's absolutely flooring it at the moment. And I wonder if that's caught all the drivers unawares then, as we are about to start lap 4 of 35. And we're green again at the Hungarian Grand Prix at Alawi Division 3. And Shield has had the most best restart I've seen in a while, as Ghost tries to go around the inside of Matt Tibbles. Matt Tibbles will get the switch back maybe, as well as bit of contact, but not much of contact from Fair Racing as well. We got Nantram trying to get cut back on these two as well. Don't forget, top 12 do score points, remember, so every point counts, as some of the field is starting to break away. Actually, the top 9 are in a DRS train, and from 10th downwards are on a DRS train too, so pace differential for some of these drivers. Chill is already out, trying to get out of DRS range with everybody else, so he's already pulling away, and Mick is trying to close in on Chill, but not working at the moment. So Chill, this restart has gone perfect.
Yeah, it certainly has done so far, Len, as we're looking down at the bottom end of the top 10 as I'm eyeing up here. We've got quite a little gaggle of cars. You've got the two Alpines trying to gang up right now on Naramsam. Naramsam goes off the road, and here up the inside comes the other Alpine, gets a job done up the inside as long as he manages to get it stopped, which he does this time around, and he should be easily covered here because it'd be a little bit audacious to go up the inside into these penultimate 2 corners. No, as long as you don't end up dropping into the pit lane entry and having a bad accident through there, which I've seen before, you'll all be fine. Behind me, we got Marty and Marty and Cam as well. The Red Bull pair not too further back, but up front, like you said, though, good start from Chill, Mick in second, YHYY up to third again from earlier on, MCR ahead of Matty, Harry F then up in sixth. Then we got down, of course, couple of 10th gap. Then you really got down to 9th. Then we said you got that gap kind of down to Ghost, Tibbles, Melty, Naramsam, Marty, Cam, and the rest of the field kind of just stuck in a little bit of a, well, who's going where right now? Apart from Cam, where he's going is behind right now, and he probably, I'd imagine he'd lift it off, but in fact, the car lifting off
is
Jasper. Jasper really lifted off right there. Loses 1, loses 2. Gonna have a car up the inside, gonna get on the curb, and that's almost gonna drop it round. That's so easy to do. So remember, Jess, don't touch that curb later on, because you will die. But he's certainly dropped himself back down the field. He's just trying to have some fun right now. I think he knows that this isn't going to be his race to do anything. So let's see what he can do. Have some fun. But top 2 right now, pulling away. Chill and Mick, lap 5 so far. Both on the medium size, as you can see. Ryan B and Ashley Jasper. And that's a pretty easy move in the end there for Jasper. You'd imagine he'd make a move like that pretty easily on those soft compound tires. DRS now enabled. Mick, fastest lap of this race, 19.8. So start to push on a little bit right now. The Ferrari up behind the AlphaTauri, then both, of course, from Italy, of course. Modena, I think. No, not Modena. What am I thinking? It's near Imola for AlphaTauri. I think, no, is it Modena? I think it might be Modena. No, I don't. I think it might not be. Meanwhile, Jasper, hey, Jasper's with a tank slapper. Meanwhile, the other Ferrari-powered car having a bigger tank slapper. The lamp being the Ramsam off the road. So bit of a tank slapper for 2 of them. But like I said, Jess, up front, the 2 Italian teams, rather doing well so far.
Yeah, they are. It looks like it. Helmut Marko must be pretty happy with himself for Chill being in P1 at the moment. Maybe they'll be promoted to the sister team next season, or maybe even earlier on. But just joking. We don't do promotions at Alawi. But imagine if we do that. That would be pretty cool. Mick had a bit of a tank slapper there through turn 11, it looks like. Just after turn 11. And yellow flag. That is Ryan B.
Ryan.
Oh! He got the car stopped. Thank goodness for the ghosting system, because otherwise Ryan B would have been in a lot of trouble. Meanwhile, there's a battle going on for Jasper and Ryan B again. Marty's got a time penalty, but Marty, I have to say, doing well in 12, just hanging in there in the points as Jasper and Ryan Belshaw make contact. Jasper.
Difference of soft versus hard there, Jess. Clear to see, just had so much more grip through the corner. Kind of just pushed him through. He kind of stayed back. I think he realised he doesn't get himself another penalty because he'll be in very big trouble right now. Meanwhile, both Alpines, Jess, in the points so far. So
Jasper again on Ryan Belshaw. I think
Alpines switching position. Don't crash into each other, boys. Up the inside, and they've lifted off that time. Melty rather gives a game a little bit of a wide berth right there, probably hoping they didn't collide with each other. That'd have been a bit awkward for the pair of them, but away they go. Now Melty up into 10th position right now, ahead of Matt Tibos in 11th. So a better run of form so far for these two right in this race so far. So that's always a good omen for the Alpines. Maybe I've used all my cursing tactics on them in qualifying.
Shush.
But Chill still leads us right 8 again. I tell you what, Mick's got the pace so far, hasn't he? He keeps closing that gap, but he's not closing by enough, and he keeps making these little niggly mistakes. Mick so far in this season. There's he so far. He's all the way down. He's 4th for the championship, 83 points. He's got Chill, who's 3rd in the championship, up the road, separated by 15 points. Yellow flag. Don't tell me that. Oh, it's Matt Tibos. It's Matt Tibos who's off, Jess. It's in the Alpine, and wow.
What can you say about the Alpine? It must be
Williams Alpine getting confused, but the Alpine, for whatever reason, has gone off.
He's got no damage.
No damage. Off the road goes Major as well, but I feel bad for the poor old Alpine. I said they were doing well. They had a good run of form, and I'm not going to curse him.
That's why I said shush, and he didn't believe me, and now look what happened.
Oh, yellow flag. That's Jasper? That is Jasper. What's happened to
and
Jasper?
And Leddy had a bit of an off as well, but he's okay.
Jasper waiting up for someone, or is he just having a moment? No, I thought he was waiting up for a second there.
He had a bit of a moment there, it looks like, as well. Or maybe he just wants to have a little bit of fun and have a bit of battle. Meanwhile, Mick's closing in ever so slightly. I think with these two battling that hard, I think it just shows, like I said earlier, Monaco without the barriers is very hard to overtake. Obviously a bit easier. And I much prefer Hungary than Monaco. Just saying, Monaco is the worst track for me in existing on this game. Well, one of them anyway. Well, the other one is begins with B, which we're going to next week. But anyway, Mick, I thought he was going to go into the pits then, but he's not. I wouldn't.
Run here, Jess.
It's too early, but anyway.
Let's see, up the inside, potentially DRS. I don't think Chill's going to really cover this one too much, you know.
Here he goes.
Up the inside comes the Ferrari, into the lead then, so the team from Faenza, not Modena, the team from Modena now leads not the Italian Grand Prix, leads the Hungarian Grand Prix. I wouldn't mind if it was Italy right now. Meanwhile, Chris has made up a manoeuvre up into 6th position. He's just passed Harry F, then back down into 7th. Harry's... Let's see, is he be able to come back through? Not quite so, but it's awfully close to the rear end of that one. And behind him we've got Maverick, and then we've got that gap down to Ghost. He's battling with Melty, trying to go around the outside here. Go on, Melty, right around the outside into 6. Up the hill they come, then into 5. And he got the job done. What a lovely little move there from Melty. Round the outside, sets it up to the inside, and away he goes then up into 9th now. And what a super little move then from the young driver. And it makes up 1. Marty is in 11th. But tell you what, Cam, with that not setup, he's not having much fun. Do you know I mentioned a second ago Melty having fun? He's got a penalty now, hasn't he? He has got a penalty. So, never mind. Well, upside, he's still in the points. Compared to everyone else I've said so far. But Mick still leads this race now, over a second, 1.1 seconds so far up the road. So he's starting to bolt on out of DRS range. Like, looking at the straight line speed of things, looks like Chill has got a better straight line speeder than Mick. And of course, in terms of slipstream, just outside the slipstream range, so wouldn't be picking up a toe from that far back. But Chill's pushing, but Mick's pushing as well. These top two pulling away right now.
Oh, Matty on the charge on MCR, but not quite close enough due to that train. Yellow flag, guys. The Alpine.
Melty! Right, you know what? Never mind.
It's the Alpine that binned it.
He's still in the points, though. He's still in the points, Jess.
I wonder if it's just this track, Liam, that the Alpines don't like, of just the amount of spins.
Well, I mean, you say that, but every time I mention them, they've gone off the road. Point proven there, again. As long as he now doesn't drop it round again. We'll tell you what Cam might do if he's not very lucky, but he pulled away with that one. I've seen a few cars drop it through there from going wide, but you could definitely tell Cam's struggling on this, because look at him. He's got no... He doesn't really have the stability, but he's just managing to deal with it right now. As Melty, again, bit twitchy. He's definitely now looks like his tyres have overheated. As long as he manages through this one, should be all dandy. Which he does do, and carries on for another couple of laps. Hopefully, without me cutting to him again, speeding off the road. Which is sad, because I love the Alpine team. But they don't love me. Talking of people not having much fun, Naram Sam, he's not having much fun. Neither is Jasper. Almost a lap down right now, Jess.
Yep, he is already, which is not good. And that's the danger of you having bad races around here, as Maverick gets past Harry F. So Maverick up to 7th place, having a good race for him so far. Marty has got past Ghost up to 9th, but Ghost could be on the counter-attack for the switchback then, heading towards turn number 2 and 3. I don't think he's got it stopped. Melty's on the back of Cam to make a bit of contact, but Melty's got through anyway. Cam could get the switch back here, which is really hard to do as they head towards turn 4.
Oh, Melty, that's a bit naughty. Well, I've given you credit a few times for your driving. That bit cheeky.
That was hard to judge for me, but anyways, they head towards...
No, to be fair, not the first time I've seen an Alpine do covering off like that.
Ryan B's in that fight now because those two are squabbling. Ryan B is on the attack. Same with Aledi as well. So DRS trains galore here in Hungary. And by the way, make sure you follow us on Twitter at League of Europe, and also subscribe to us on YouTube as well. We stream every Saturday at 6:30. Of course, we've got Division 1 on at the same time as us. I believe their race is interesting as well. And then, of course, at 10 past 8, we've got Division 2 and Division 4. So make sure you check that out. And you can cheer me and Liam on as well, because we're racing on that as well. But we've got some battles in the background, which could get intense. We've got Matty on the back of MCR. And again, he was just not audacious enough to go for the move. He was not being very brave. But he could be very brave here. He's got less CRS to use. Let's see what he could do then. Around the outside goes Mercedes. They make a bit of contact as well. This is where we saw Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso fight for many laps last year. But Matty's got past MCR to 4th. But MCR almost had him again as well. Chris has got a better exit as they head towards turn number 5 then. As well, Chris is looking to fight back after his bottle in the safety car, and he's trying to forget that has ever happened as well. He's hoping a lot of people make a mistake. We've got 4 drivers on penalties. He's going to hope that other drivers make some penalties as well. But Matty, good job from him, and Chris is definitely on this fight now.
Yeah, like I said, meanwhile, further back down the field, Ryan B's got ahead of Cam right now. That battle now turning into a 4-car stretch, and now the Alpine stuck ahead of a Mercedes. Now, in real life, we saw these two squabbling last year. I'd love to see these two squabble again in real life. Alpine versus a Mercedes. Melty being Alonso. We've got Ryan being Hamilton. Let's see what can happen here between these two. Melty's been putting up a pretty solid defense, could be compared to Cam, of course. So let's see. Down DRS straight then. No one making moves up the road yet again. So we'll keep a little eye on this battle here. Is Ryan close enough then with DRS for a potential move? Then down into the first couple of corners. Makes Melty cover the inside line ever so slightly. So we'll put him offline. Have a good exit through here. Might use some ERS as well, which he does do so. And let's see. Is he going to think about a lunge up the inside? Melty covers the inside line, but he's going to go right around the outside is right. Melty somehow managing to block him off. That was beautiful defense right there from the Alpine. Rather just said, you're not doing that, sunshine. Close the door off. Ryan's going to say, I can't sit back for the time being. These two are going to spar for a little longer because I tell you what, Melty's going to try and hold on to that 11 for as long as he can.
Yep, he is. He's going to be fighting for this as well because he's still basically technically in this train as well, even though he's binned it quite a few times. But there we go. I'm looking forward to seeing what these drivers are going to do because it's not going to be that long, Liam, before the medium runners at least will go into the pits. Around about lap 16, well, 15, 16 is the driver's predicted pit stop window to go onto a set of the hard tyres, and lap 19 for a set of mediums if you start on the hard. So not that much difference. So
MCR, Jess.
What?
MCR and Chris battling. Chris up the inside, then the McLaren up into 4th position. Line though, just about giving each other enough room. Now what's out there is running into the rear is Maverick. Gonna go right round the outside. They almost touch again. They're right round the outside. MCR backs off of that one. But might try and come back through up the inside, but can't quite do it. We've had a car somewhere. Have we got a car off? No, we haven't got a car off. For a second, I was that someone just dropping. But was that Cam? Harry's came in the pit lane. That's explaining where he's gone. So Cam just came in to the pit lane. But yeah, so up now into 5th position for Chris, starting to recover in this race. His nearest championship rival now in 2nd. So a championship going to close up a little bit, but not much as we kind of think, because really Chill is currently in 3rd, 97 points. Cam is 2nd, 115. So that gap's still opening up. Talking
Marty
of
has
Red
spun.
Bulls, Marty has dropped it. Turn 10 as he comes into 11. And another driver is having trouble through there. He's got the Phantom Yellow going green now again. Behind them, there is that squabble between the Alpine and the Mercedes. And behind that, the Aston Martin.
Yeah, so plenty of battles to go on. And speaking of that, we got an Aston Martin and a Williams in the pits. They're doing the pit stop early, it looks like, Liam. They're going for the aggressive undercut strategy.
Yeah, yellow flags and that there. Ryan B at the last corner has dropped the car around. Pirouettes back around, then gets going. Don't think any damage done there to the Mercedes.
It doesn't look like it.
No certain damage, or no visible damage at least. Out comes MCR and Harry then. Both of them kind of held each other up in the pit then ever so slightly as well. Matt Tibos round the outside. You want to be careful here, getting yourself caught out on the hard compound tyres. But Matt Tibos there trying to take these 2 positions then might be his best chance in these next couple of corners, because we're waiting for MCR to warm those tyres up. We presume he'll just start bolting away soon enough. So he wants it. I'm going to have to start pushing pretty quickly, because look behind how far back Harry F is dropped. Yellow flags. Is that Mick? Mick, is that... That's not Mick, is it?
That's Jasper.
Jasper, off the road. My apologies there. I saw the red dot fall for a second in the wall. Your race lead up, but it's Jasper.
Jasper's going in the pits.
Yeah, damaged front wing. Jess left end plate's gone. So no surprise right there. The Ferrari then out they come. New nose presumably goes on, and Jasper
no,
retires.
he's not new nose. He's retired. So
well, he did get a new nose, but he's also retired. But, yeah, I don't think he was getting much out of that race, lapping a bit down, so, unfortunately, that's what happens sometimes in racing. In comes Melty, in from 9th position, relinquishes that now to a Leddy, trying to cover off that battle, potentially, with him and Cam. Comes in then, it's for set of hard compound tyres as well, and there you go. The Alpine mechanics do quick work. They're a 2.1 second pit stop, I reckon, roughly. That was out he comes in. Where is Cam going to be in relation to this? Down the pit lane, then we come. Out comes the Alpine. A couple of attempts ahead. A minute, a second and a bit ahead. So that overcut strategy working wonders. And we've seen it in other circuits, Jess, like of Silverstone. The tyre warm-up, not really that easy to do.
As I found out in pretty much all the circuits in the F1 calendar, pretty much on this game, that you can't expect just to go out and throw it straight away. I found that in Bahrain last night, and I almost binned it when I went onto the mediums, I think it was. Not a pretty sight, I have to say, but it was quite a fun race. So mix in then, that's the crucial factor. Chill follows suit. White Way stays out, he's on the hards. Matty stays out as well. Chris follows suit. Maverick, the anomaly in this situation, stays out. Goes due to being Chris's teammate. He stays out. Well, he has to, really. He has no other choice. So, Mick is going to come out, hopefully, in no traffic at all. Saying that he's probably going to have loads of traffic. Oh, no.
He'll have Ghost ahead of him, but that's not going to bother him too much, because here's Marty coming through as well. Marty going to go around the outside. That's the big job of him around the outside. And that's a ghost flag, I think, actually. Unless
someone was going into the pits, or someone binned it final.
No, it's not Matt Tibos.
It was Melty. It might have been Melty, actually. Oh, I don't know. It was a Phantom, okay?
The Phantom of the Opera there coming out, but Mick now down into 6th position, but he won't mind that being behind these 2 ahead, because they're in a different race. They're in a different strategy right now, both yet to stop. Chill's the one we're looking for. And talking of cars and issues, there is the Williams off the road there, and that is turn number 5-6 complex. So another one of those drivers to find trouble there.
It seems to be a common thing, and talking of that,
Chill is off. The man then who was running in 2nd position on the road now finds himself further down that position, and That's going to help Chris because now these two will be pretty much line of sight. I'm pretty certain as well in terms of stops. Both have done their first stop. Both are going to the end of this race. Don't do that to me, Chris. And you half spin the car right then as I say it. But your championship rival now alongside him. In comes Ghost. In comes Maverick. New tyres for the pair of them. Out they both come then. And now up into those couple of positions up the road then will come the rest of these field. Chris behind him is MCR. Pushing onward, trying to get through as well. But Chris right now, he doesn't really need to afford to battle too much right now. He can afford to lose 1 or 2 points here and there as long as he doesn't drop the island off the road. But behind them, we've got Ryan B and Ghost. As Ryan B going around the outside, there's contact. Let's see, has he got the job done on the outside line? I think Ghost relinquishes that one right there. Probably knew that was a bit cheeky. Matt Tebos now up into 12 ahead of Melty, so those two have switched around in the convening moment not too long ago. His yellow flag, that's Ryan B off as well.
No, Sam. It was the Sam as well.
Sam as well. So another two drivers dropping out. Oh, no. Matt Tebos. Wow. You know what I said a second ago?
Alpines?
You know what I said Alpine and he was ahead of him a second ago. He's now behind him. So never mind. Melty back onto the points. There we go.
There we go. In 12, only just though, Liam. Only just. But we're about to start lap 20 and, oh, Major. Major has spun.
Had a major incident there. Clouts the wall and another driver.
Another driver in the turn 5-6 complex. What is wrong with that complex tonight, Liam?
It's just the curb, and of course when these tyres overheat, which they've done so on Major as well, because of that spin, you just don't get any tyre temp into it, and well, I think he might have some damage as well. Can't get
another
any grip
spinner in the same thing. That is Major again. Yeah, that's Major again.
It's Major struggling. Meanwhile, Maverick and Cam down into turn number 1. Maverick up the inside of Cam. Have the extra ounce of DRS on the exit and should get a welch around the outside. I'd be surprised he Cam tie back up the inside of that one, and he backs out. Of course, he is in a bit of a conundrum of a race so far. Hasn't got a setup. In and out is Ryan. So he is out of this race. Yellow flag, and that is Ryan Belshot.
That's the other Ryan.
Williams. Yeah, the other Ryan as well. Safety car deployed. Now, what do you do if you're Lily? Oh, was that coming in the pit lane? Well,
White's in. That's good for the hard runners. They can get their free pit. That's perfect for them. That's That's what the hard runners. The predicted pit stop strategy end of lap 19. Guess what? It's the end of lap 19. This is perfect for the hard runners.
That's it. What a Major really had to jump out of the way there. He was coming in the pit, then looked back, realised his teammate was coming in as well. He just completely cut the pit lane exit there and went, okay, I'll go on for another lap because if I come in right now, my teammate's going to be in a bit of bother. Probably for the best thing to stay out as well because now he can go and get back onto the lead lap as a lot of cars sweeping and swapping position there. As you can see in turn 1, Marty now up to 6th, MCR back into 7th, so a few changes right now, but it is Mick leading this race. Has he stopped? I think he has stopped.
Yeah, he has stopped. He stopped a few laps ago.
So now leading this race then from YHYY behind him. Matty now up into 3rd, Chill into 4th. Chrysler, that's the thing. Now in 5th, 15, 16 laps to go. He's still a threat in this race. Marty behind, then MCR. Harry, Ghost, Melty. Now up to 10th position this afternoon's race, so he's making up another couple of positions. We're now down to 16 runners, Major being at the last car. And, gotta say, all things considered, Jess, a pretty decent race for quite a few. It's a bit of a shame for some, though, like the Cam.
Yes, quite a few drivers who I think probably a bit gutted that the safety car has came out, but it makes the race a bit more entertaining, and I love it. And I always like entertaining races for the sport, but we like we said, we're not going to have time to do any interviews tonight because straight after this race we got to go for our race. But you know, let's go through your order anyway. So we've got Mick from YHYY, Matty from Chill, from Chris, from Marty, from MCR, Harry F, Ghost, Melty, Aleni, Maverick, Cam, Nantram, Major and Matt Tibos are your top 16 free retirements so far. To the Ryan B's and Pastor Jasper. Or Jasper, there we go. Said that right eventually. but not long to go until the end of this race. And we've got 4 drivers with penalties. YHYY, Matty are in a good position. So is Marty, but he's got penalties. Aledi as well. It can go either way, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it's going to be a close call to see if we can get into it. But, let's see. These drivers all can go to the end of the race. Every single one of them right now. No drivers really going for the soft compound tyres. Unless some of these guys at the back decide to go on the soft. But,
don't go on the soft, guys.
But he's retired. He's major. So Matt Tibbles now the last car in the order. And no, he can go for a set of mediums, I reckon, right now. To the end, indeed, he does come for a set of medium compound tyres in, and where he'll go then back out on circuit. So, yeah, good for him then. But out of this race now, another car. So, Tibos, Ryan, and Jasper out of this race. Safety car's going to be extended another
You mean
lap.
major?
Yes, I meant that. I meant out goes Tibos as he comes out the track. I meant that. I don't know.
Oh, Liam, we're not doing very well with curses tonight, are we? Are we going to get a safety car in this lap? No, because Matt Tibos and Nantram still have to catch up. Matt Tibos especially. Now, and then Nantram has just caught up, as I said that. So, there we go. So, I'm excited for the end of this one. We'll see who comes out on top as well. I need to actually find out the stats of where people finish, where they started. As in... because I usually there's a site that does that. There we go, Lights Out blog. I'm trying to find out who has been that. 16 wins from pole, 23 wins from the front row, 13 wins from third or further back, and you know we talked about Jenson Button earlier, Liam. Well, 14th was the lowest that someone has won a race from. In the Hungarian Grand Prix by Jenson Button. So, there we go. I'm just trying to find out the exact positions and on the podium in recent years, Lewis Hamilton, Ricciardo, Vettel, twice, or loads of times. Ocon, obviously, with 2021. Kimi Räikkönen, Alonso, Kvyat, Rosberg, Räikkönen again. Vettel again, Verstappen.
Lots of people.
Grosjean as well got a podium 2012, believe it or not, in the Lotus. It was a double Lotus podium, I think, as well. So
Räikkönen as well, yeah.
Yeah, I did say Räikkönen. He got...
Yeah, I said Räikkönen and Grosjean, yeah, 2012 team.
And I think that was it. I think I mentioned all. Oh, yes, Bottas. And Carlos Sainz as well. And you can add George Russell to that list from this year. And Leclerc? I think. Or was it Hamilton? No, it was Hamilton.
Maybe.
I don't know. Oh, what's happened to Nantram there? I don't know.
Delta glitch.
Anyway, Liam, I'll let you take this restart since I did the last one.
Yep, here we come then for the last couple of corners. I must say something, my stomach feels a little bit weird right now, a bit sickly, but nonetheless, a couple of laps to go in this afternoon. If I suddenly disappear, I do apologise. But yeah, Mick leads this race from YHYY in second, Matty in third. As we come through the last couple of corners. And Mick, as long as he gets the start right, which is leaving it nice and there, he'll probably bolt it right about now, and away he goes then. A lot later start, he's going to have to cover. Here's YHYY, he's going to burn all the ARS then down towards turn number 1. He'll be audacious to try and take a lunge, but thinks better of it. Behind him as well, the car's behind though. For thinking of a different move there is Melty up a position there, up into 10th position, the outside line there. Oh, Melty, he is half spun, but he's kept it going. But never mind, Melty was making the position. Now he might be losing one position as up the inside goes Maverick, but keeps it on the island again. But had almost a massive tank slapper right there as up the inside comes Maverick, trying to, but again, Melty covering that one off. But yeah, a few people making manoeuvres up front, but everyone else pretty much staying static, Jess.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? I think Mick did not have, well, the restart of dreams that Chill did, but still he kept the lead anyway as Marty is getting past Chris as a yellow flag. Oh, God, that's an Alpine. That's Marty. No, that's Matt Tibos, sorry. And Nantram, I believe, is disconnected, so... yeah, not doing well with Alpines, but YHYY on the fresher mediums. is looking to challenge Mick there. He's got better traction there going through this corner. So is Matty. So if I was Mick, I'll be a bit worried. Marty as well got past Chris. So up to 5th. Aledi not doing as well as the other medium runners, it looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah, certainly not. Meanwhile, someone else is really struggling. Melty just can't get any temperature into these hard tyres. Really struggling right now as he's now overtaken up into last position as Cam now last really all of these runners of this gaggle then. So Melty down in 13th, behind him his teammate down in 14th. The Alpines, which I said earlier on, were looking pretty decent again. Oh, now it's the point. But still a race to go, still got quite a few laps and still chance for action as up the outside line has just got Marty past his chill. So again, Chris, the next car in that row to pass. 11 and a bit laps to go, though, Jess, in this race.
Anything can happen in Formula 1, Liam, and it usually does. As talking of that,
Matt Tebos off into the wall, and as his commiserations continue for the Alpine team, at least one of them, at least they're both in the race. So I guess there's that one, but I shall quickly take a few moments break, Jess, because I need to be sick.
That is absolutely fine, Liam. As long as you mute your mic, that'll be lovely. As we have got interesting predicaments in terms of penalties as well. Marty is quick, but he has a penalty, so he wants to get past these medium runners as quick as he possibly can, but it's going to be easier said than done, really, to be honest with you. Still in that DRS train then, as we got 11 laps to go on this Hungarian Grand Prix. No rain to be seen, luckily, as well as Chris drains all that battery with the ERS as well. Has a short shift into 4th gear then, and he goes into 5th gear there, up the hill heading towards turn number 4 as Matt Tibbles picks up a 5-second penalty. And I wonder if that's going to be a retirement for the Alpine. No, it's not. He's going on softs. Very brave. On the soft compounded tyres, and he's repairing his damaged front wing. If there's a safety car, that would bring him definitely back into contention. The softs could last about 10 laps in this Grand Prix anyway, so it's a bit touch and go for Matt Tibos anyway. Everyone is still on the lead lap. Chill. 3-second time penalty. The penalties are starting to come thick and fast as they're exceeding the track limits. As YHYY can't get past Mick for the time being. This DRS train is going to go a long way as well. As another yellow flag. That is Matt Tibos again. Those cold tyres are not liking Matt Tibos' Alpine at the moment. But talking about another Alpine, Melty has just binned it as well. See, with Liam not here, that still doesn't mean I still curse Alpines even with Liam's not here. You see, it's not just about the league, but it could be about the league. But I'm just seeing actually fastest lap time for some of the drivers to compare positions. So, fastest lap. Wow. Mick and YHYY have exactly the same lap time. 1:19.6 there. As talking of Alpines, it's fun. Melty's got on. Melty, what have you done? I can't believe Liam is missing this. Melty decided to have a bit of fun and go on the wets. Why have you gone on the wets, Melty? Why? You just there to torture us? Oh, someone spun. That's YHYY from P2. That's not good. He was in P2 fighting for the lead. But now, Mick's now in a good fight. We got him fighting with Cam now as well. Matt Tibbles is pitting again for another set of the soft compounded tyres. It's definitely not going his way at the moment for Mr. Matt Tibos right now. As he's retired from the session. Not really that surprised, to be honest. As Cam trying to get past YHYY. As Melty has spun again on wet tyres. I don't think you should have gone for wet tyres, Melty, because it doesn't work. But here comes Cam to the right of YHYY. As a yellow flag's off for the Alpine, by the way. But Cam can't get past at the moment. But let's keep an eye on the battle between Mick and Matty. I'll take a sip of my drink quickly. There we go. Just took a sip of my drink and it was lovely. Only even though it was a sip of water. But yeah, this is my second commentary of the day, by the way. And I'm surprised my voice hasn't died. But talking of dying, Melty. Oh, what have you done, Mel? He's retired.
What have I come back to?
Penultimate corner. He's retired.
Why is he on the wets? Melty, what have you done? I come back. I leave you for 5 minutes and this happens.
I don't know why he's gone on the wet leave. Don't ask me.
I feel fine now, by the way. It was just a tiny technical issue with inside me. Decided it didn't want to be inside me. But we're good. A lot of phlegm. But we're fine.
But by the way, you missed both Alpines out of the race.
Oh, they're both out now. Oh my god. Literally, right, this is the most cursed thing ever. I leave for 5 seconds. Said the Alpines were not having a good day. Now they're both not here. What have you done to them?
Nothing. I've done nothing.
Well, anyway, up front, Mick leads this race. That gap's turned into a three-way battle now.
Yeah, it is. It's looking quite good.
That's actually looking like a pretty decent. Marty has the penalty as they all get a little bit twitchy. We got, what, 7-8 laps to go, but both Alpines out this race. Now they're out of 14 runners, so tell you what, one more and every single one of them will score points regarding they finish the race. Well, I think as long as they, as they were past 90% distance, so...
Yeah, as long as they do 90% distance, hold on, I need to try and figure out what that is.
30 laps.
30 laps, okay. Yeah, it is 30 laps. I did some... Oh, no, 30 laps is 80... No, I can't do maths, so ladies and gentlemen, it might be 30 laps or 31 laps. It might be 31 laps, actually.
35 is 100%, so it's 3.5 per 10 is... 3.5 is 10%. No. Yes? No.
Well, let's just... I think it's around 30,
me and
31.
Jess didn't do maths, okay?
That's why I only got a C in GCSE.
I didn't. Meanwhile, Ghost down, batting past by Aledi. Aledi now up into 8th. Both the Aston Martins in a line, but... Hey, what, low chill in Crystal lining his stern. I tell you what, if I'm Chris right now, I'll be quite ecstatic if the race finished like this.
Yeah, because he's got no penalties and he would be ahead of his main championship rivals, apart from Mick. We'll look at the penalties because someone in the chat wants us to go through it. Here you go, just for you. So only 3 drivers on penalties, Marty on 9, and Chill on 3, and Nantram on 3. So there you go, hope that's helped you. 32 laps is 90% race distance. Thank you, old school. You legend.
That was close enough. I might as give that to me. So I just heard the explanation, because I have an explanation, says Melty. I was boxing soft to go fast lap, and I scrolled the wrong way and put the wrong tyres on. I didn't realise until it was too late. Well, I guess that's one way of doing it.
How did you put the wrong tyres on? It says what tyre is on.
Well, I guess you don't normally look, but then you press it and then you go, oh no! And then disaster strikes. Talking of disaster strikes, Maverick just picked up a penalty on cue. I like when that happens. Mr. Maverick
he's going to curse us later in comms.
He's going to go around the outside, to be fair, if he's careful. He's going to get a good exit here. Try to the old cutback. One's not got DRS, one has got DRS. Let's see, he burns some ERS, got up the inside. Let's see, can he do it? Brake very late. Does he get the car stopped? Yes, he does. Just about. He's got now to back out of it, but now up into 10th, into 9th now for Maverick. Looking pretty good for some points this afternoon.
No, he's not.
I'm done for. I'm going to be done for later on. Maverick,
I think we're both going to be done for, Liam.
No, to be fair, though, I'd say this. I think I'll score points anyway because I think the Ramsand's been on Ghost most of this race.
Yeah, he'll score points. So I think Nantram's disconnected.
As long as he finishes. Remember, if he finishes the race, as long as he gets another 2 laps,
as long as he gets another 2 laps, he should be fine.
But, yeah, so that's not gone too well for him. Meanwhile, top 3 still battling away. Gap is staying pretty stable in about 6 temps. Marty really going to be trying to come through, but careful in this situation, don't you? We got hards versus mediums. In terms of the tyre life on the pair of them, it is 11 laps, 14 and 11. So those tyres all pretty much going to be around about even right now in terms of the tyre wear. So it's all about who's got the straight line grip and who's got the performance really at this stage of the race.
Yep, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I tell you what as well, they're all just sticking with each other. Further back behind, we got these two championship leaders still lying astern, just kind of following each other's pace. Whatever you do, I can do. Behind them, we got Harry, M, Sierra, Lady, YHYY. Then we've got Ghost, camming up into 11th position. And then Maverick, who unfortunately was in position for some good points, but then dropped it immediately. But nonetheless, lap 31, got to do another lap, and unless he drops it somewhere bizarre.
Oh, God, you said it now.
Oh, my God, he's gone straight on. Oh, my God. Wow. Is he good? I think he's good.
He's good. He's good.
There is absolutely no way he didn't do that on purpose. That is just uncanny from Maverick. But as long as he now gets to the end of this lap, he will score points no matter what. Meanwhile, Marty past Matty, then up into second position. These two, finally, this is the opportunity, the moment we were waiting for these pair to do a battle. And now Marty up into second, but that's really kind of onto Matty's potentially, because Matty kind of didn't need Marty to be ahead of him, because Matty and Marty, these two are going to confuse me a little bit. Marty's got the penalty, so Matty, he's kind of just he's going to be frustrated here behind Marty, isn't he?
Yep, he is.
There's too many, these two are too similar.
Too many M's, Liam. Too many M's. But it's a fight for the win here, but Marty's got a penalty, so it's Mick versus Matty. But Marty is
Mick,
in the sandwich.
Matty.
Yeah, Mick, Marty, and Matty. I got that right, but Matty doesn't want to get past Marty to fight with Mick in the championship. Oh my God, that's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? But
you know what, Jess? I'm gonna rename Marty to Bob.
No, don't.
Especially if these guys are all in a battle, he's going to be called Bob. Because,
Liam!
We love him, really.
You can tell I'm almost
Marty.
Losing it.
Oh, Marty almost drops it as well. He almost loses it, Jess. We're all losing it right now. We've got 13 drivers in this race. Marty has got the fast lap. I thought that was Matty. It's Marty. He's pushing on a little bit. Is there still late drama in this race?
No safety cars, though.
Yeah, no safety cars. If I'm Mick right now, looking behind, seeing Marty, do you battle this too heavily?
I don't know, because
penalty.
And Chill is 4.2 seconds behind, and he's got a penalty, and Chris is a further 2.5 seconds back. Now 2.7, now 2.4. Chris is pushing a little bit. But again, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see at this point. This is shaping up to end in a really good way at the moment. Mick has won, I think, twice this season, hasn't he? He won in Imola. No, he didn't won. Did he win in Imola? He won in an Italian track anyway.
He won at Imola and he won at Britain, Jess.
Yeah, he won in Imola and Britain.
Can he make it a third? Maybe.
He can.
With my love recently, he's going to go off the road now, isn't he? But
he can close into the championship fight, couldn't he?
Yeah, he's not far off, 83 points. I mean, his rivals are right down there, okay? He got at least 10, 15 points off them.
Cam only in 11th and Chill in 4th.
Yeah, Cam's on the
and
verge
Chris in
of...
5th.
Marty! Same place that Sergio Perez dropped it. Ironically, Perez driving a Red Bull. And
it's a Red Bull that binned it. Typical.
Yeah. Typical. Well, Lady has been overtaken. Lady's dropped it as well, I think, actually. So, another car having trouble. But, yeah, Marty, that's what he didn't need to happen.
Right, on MCR.
He's too far back, really, to get a move. He might get a good exit, but he hasn't got any Ers to boot. So, unless he gets a mega exit through here, it's not going to work. In fact, it doesn't, so we'll stay back for now. But if I'm Mick right now, I'd kind of back the pace up. Don't push it. And keep it going on the road. I say that, and he's got on that curb, and
well, he just about saved that.
He did save it. Now, what he doesn't want to do is drop it. So, be cautious, be cool, don't push, go to the end. You've got a 1.5 second gap to a driver who is quite far back in the championship. In fact, Matty is... Where's he in the championship? He is 6th in the championship. He's not that far back on 52... 70 points. One race this season. One, of course, in the... wait, no, that's not right. Got 1 point in the USA. Got 24 points, of course, in front, of course, for both of the sprint and feature race. We got a podium last week in Australia of a third. Now looking for a second. He's got a big gap behind as well. Chill in third. I tell you what, that's kind of slightly less helping Chris, but not by too badly though. All things considered. Tell you what, Marty's actually incredibly lucky he's still in this race. But to be fair though, both these drivers with penalties. Is Chris going to be able to get ahead of them? He might do.
He will. He'll get ahead of the Red Bull at least. But
he'll get ahead of Marty. Will he get ahead of the AlphaTauri? That's the question. I'm not quite certain. Meanwhile, Mick, through the last couple of sectors on this circuit, he's got half a lap to go. And the Ferrari pretty much led most of this race since the early stages, where we saw, of course, Chris drop it under safety car. Had a bit of a few moments here, a few moments there, but he's got like 2 and a bit corners to go, really. It's the last 3-4 corners. He's got the right hand and nice and cautious then from the Ferrari, and then of course you got the right, the left, and then the right. So take the checkered flag then, Ferrari. Come here, 3rd, 4th in the championship. His rivals all out and down then, further down the field. He's going to come through the last corner. Here comes Mick then. It's 3 victories this season. He'll take the Hungarian Grand Prix. Matty on the podium. His best result this season. Schiller, fine recovery. But is it going to be that podium position?
No,
Chris will extend that championship even more then. Out front then. He manages it again then. Schiller in 4th. Harry in 5th. Marty down in 6th. MCR 7. YH from Coast. Aledi, Maverick, Cam, Naramsa, Melty, Tibos, Major, Ryan and Jasper all out of this race.
Driver of the days, Liam.
Gonna have to give it to Mick.
I'm gonna I don't know, it's very tough actually. I'm gonna have to give it to Harry F. He's thrown under the radar a little bit, but he kept out of trouble when everyone else bottled it, even though he bought it at the start. He never gave up, and that's the main motto of my life, and he gets my second Driver of the Day nomination. And who should we give the final one to, Liam?
Who? So you went for...
I went for Harry F.
Oh, gotta say, gotta give it to Chris, really, don't you?
Yeah.
Spun it round, dropped quite far down the field, still got that podium just at the end. Melty saying he's a wet tyre merchant. I'm not quite sure about that one, because I sat back in my chair, looked up, and he was in a wall. So I'm afraid that he's not the wet weather. He's a crash merchant, if he wants to be. But wet weather, maybe not.
Right then, so we'll go through your order quickly, and no interviews, by the way, guys, because we just don't have time, because we're meant to be in the lobby in like 4 minutes. But Mick wins from Matty, from Chris, from Chill, from Harry F, from Marty, from MCR, from White YY, from Ghost, Lady, your top 10. Maverick and Cam are your final point scorers. Cam with the fastest lap as well, with an 18.1. So I think it's fastest lap in the week. I don't have a clue. As Melty's your does Melty get classified? No, he does not. Okay, so we got 2 DNS from them, and then we also got DNS from Major, the 2 Ryan B's, and Pastor Jasper. So that is the end of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Any final thoughts before we head on to our race?
Well, I'll have to say it's been an up and down race, but a lot of drama. Me probably getting kicked out of the commentary chat in about 45 minutes. But yeah, it's been exciting, fun, and entertaining, Jess.
Yes. Anyway, we're about to head off then, so have a good evening. Next week is Baku. I'm looking forward to commentating on that one. I always like commentating on Baku races. But for myself and Liam, we will see you next week for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And make sure you tune in to Division 2 and Division 4 in just over 5 minutes time. So have a good evening, everybody, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.